Mike here. Welcome to the shop and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be making our first fluid bed, so let's get after it. I started by pre-cutting some 2-inch PVC. I cut one piece 2 inches and one piece 3 inches. And I have right here, it's a coupling. And here's one of the caps you can buy. There's lots of those caps. You need 2 of those caps, by the way. And then here is a air valve that I got at the local pet store. So I start out by cutting the materials that I needed. Now I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to sand this down a little bit, blow out all of the stuff, and put a cap on it. And this will be the start of my air chamber. I won't bore you with all that, but here's what it looks like when you're complete. So I have the cap on the longest piece, which is the 3-inch piece, and I have drilled a hole and installed the air valve, and that's what it looks like when it's complete. Really not much to it. I hope it works good. But, so there's the first step. Putting the bottom on. I did glue that on. And I glued the air valve in. The next step is to clean this all up. So this will be where you put your filter material. Okay, I got to clean this up a bit. Give me a minute and you can see this is still a mess. I got to clean this up. And I'll even show you how I did that. I just used my DeWalt sanding disc. Get the edges all smooth. And then I break one edge. So it's not real sharp. Because when you force the paper down into the coupler, you don't want it ripping or cutting it. So that's why I put a little edge. Just like that. Okay, so I went in the house, installed some coffee filters. I heard that coffee filters will work pretty good. And we're going to try them and see. So let's see how that works. Okay, let me cut the excess off here. I know I have my knife around here somewhere. Cut it off nice and flush all the way around. I mean, it'll look nice. So there. Now we have this. This would be the paint bowl. This is where the paint will set. When you put it all together, that's how it works. Let's get the air pump. And again, I bought the air pump at a local pet store. And I don't know, it was like $18 or something. There's my pump. We'll connect it to my little let's see if we can get this all out of the way so I can show you right down inside how it works. Now we'll turn it right off. Little air valve on the side. Let's see, what am I gonna paint? Let's try some. This is some new paint I just got. This is Fire Craw. And it's got sparkles in it. And you can probably see them right there. So this is about a 2-ounce container. And I'm going to put a little over half of it in. Yeah, I think half of it's enough. Whee, I get it all over the place too. I always start by, and if you see I use the rounded end, get down in here and kind of fluff it up a little bit. I'm going to get some of my 16th ounce jigs out. And we'll paint these up and see how it works. Let me get rid of some of this non-essential stuff. And my goal is to have one of these tops for every color. That way, whatever color I want to use, I'll just grab that top. Like I'll paint Fire Craw on this one. And then I have Bruised Bluegill. I'll type that on another one, so I know what paint I got. Let's see, I have to have my heat gun. But first, let's see how this works. Let's turn the air on a little bit. Usually when it starts, it like makes a volcano and it blows stuff all over the place. We're gonna try not to let that happen. Whoop, there it went. There it went. You see how it raises up? It's got a little volcano going on this side. See how it looks like it's kind of fluidy? See how it raised up? That's putting air in the paint. Okay, let's get one of my jigs warmed up and get my needle nose ready. So the way I grip these so I don't get paint on the eye, I'll grab it with the pliers like that. We'll heat it up. And we'll heat these up for about 10 seconds, not very long. We'll dunk them in, tap it off. And as you can see, it's nice and red, and it's got a sparkle to it. Let's put it in my holder. And we're gonna do, I don't know, 8 or 9 of these in this color. And then I'll put another color in, and we'll try that. So far, I'm kind of liking the old fluid bed. And again, this is my first fluid bed. Let's see how it does here. So that's how easy painting jig heads are. And get this nice and heated up, and I'll try and tilt it a little bit so you can see the dip. Okay, let's dip it right in, tap it off, and that's another one done. Put it in my holder. So I don't know if you can see the spackles in it. Got some black, and it's got a little red and a little silver in it. Looks pretty nice, I think. I made these up for my bluegill fishing. And you see how the eye stays nice and clean that way? Okay, there's 5 of those. Now I'll show you, let me shut this off. Now I'll show you how I change over to a new color. And I can take this off, put the top back on it, and there's my fire crawl compartment all done. Okay, now let's get another one. I happen to make 2 of them. Okay, the next color I'm going to do is called the Bruised Gill. Kind of a purple, but it's got a lot of neat colors in it. We'll set that up on there. Oh my goodness. How's that? Okay, that's why I always put a piece of white paper down, because I know I'm going to make a mess. Really, really good at making messes. Let me back the camera up a little bit. Get this out. Okay, here we go again. So now I have bruised gill in there, and I'm going to get a few more. Let me get this white paper all situated here. Okay, I'm going to make it so you can see pretty good this time. Let me get some more of my 16th ounce jigs. Gonna have to make some more, I guess. Boy, I go through a lot of jig heads. Okay, let me take a couple over. I think I'll take 3 over and make them an aspirin style jig head. I'm only gonna do 2 aspirins. So a friend of mine that makes jigs showed me how to do this, because I've always wanted to make some aspirin jigs. And what I do is I take my regular lead molded round and stick it in the vise between aluminum fingers and squeeze it down to put a little flat spot on it. It makes an aspirin. So let's get some of these heated up and see how they do. And this is the bruised bluegill. I don't know if it's a new color or not. Oh man, do I like the looks of it. I'm using it mainly right now. I'm using it on my spinner baits. But I'm also going to make some for my jigs for bluegills. Let's get some heat going. I hope you can see that, how beautiful that jig is with this. Aspirin jig number 2, put it in the heat for, oh, I don't know, 10 seconds. Look at how gorgeous that comes out. And then I set them in this holder here so I can put them in my toaster oven and cook them for 8 minutes. I cook mine for 8 minutes at 350 degrees. And when they come out, I put Sally Hansen's on them. And they're done. They're nice and hard. They've got a good coat. Is that not gorgeous or what? That might be my favorite color. So we're only going to do one more of these. Just really nice. Okay, that's how I made my fluid beds and do my small jigs. Thanks for watching. I don't know what your favorite color is. Leave it in the description below. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it very much. You need to try that bruised bluegill. It's a wonderful color. Have a nice day. Mike out.